The city and the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta have been in talks for about a year. They both say the new agreement is a win-win, even though the city won't be getting much money from the group that runs the event. The Balloon Fiesta wasn't going to fly off anywhere. It started in Albuquerque and it will stay here at least through 2027. The old contract was up last year, and the city and Balloon Fiesta made some changes going forward.
This is great for the city of Albuquerque. It's great for the Balloon Fiesta.
The biggest change? The nonprofit that runs Balloon Fiesta now has to pay the city $100,000 a year in rent instead of $50,000. That doesn't begin to cover the $850,000 the city spends on Balloon Fiesta each year for things like security and dust control. But the mayor says the $120 million Balloon Fiesta pumps into the economy each year does cover the costs, and then some, not to mention the international exposure the city gets every year.
A 15-year extension to the contract means that we will have one of the premier events in the entire world right here in our own backyard for the next 15 years.
Still, Fiesta might not be paying the city any of that rent during its 15-year contract. That's because the city agreed to give the nonprofit a $1.5 million credit for improvements the organization made to the park. Things like adding grass to the once dirt fields.
Balloon Fiesta has a vested interest to make sure that the park is up to snuff, that it looks great. And that includes tailing asphalts down, working with the city of Albuquerque on grading the field.
Fiesta rakes in about $6 million in revenue annually, but says it spends almost all of it.
It goes into basically support the event. Balloon Fiesta brings in, flies in pilots. It provides them meals, it provides propane. It goes into supporting volunteers by providing meals, jackets, things of that nature.
Fiesta organizers say they only netted $75,000 last October. The new agreement also nudges Fiesta organizers to bring in more local vendors, a hot topic last year. Back to you.
Okay, Tina, the contract also allows Balloon Fiesta to sell naming rights to the event. But the contract also gives the city more rights to rent out the park during the year. A man who used to walk